So, Vonahar is a troll. In the Black Ops 3 beta, the combat knife was level 10. Not a problem. Punching is annoying, but in the full release, he made it level 40. So, honestly, it was the biggest grind ever. There's three things as a knife-only person you could do in order to basically grind out until you get to level 40. You could either just double punch people, which gets really old. These clips are more like the awesomeness, you know? Like, most of the time it was just super fail. And then you can also play hardcore, but hardcore really fucking frustrates me. But it's a one punch knockout. And then you can play Arena. In Arena, you can actually pick your combat knife. Everything's unlocked, but you're playing against the sweatiest of sweats. But I finally got to level 40. These are my stats after reaching level 40. And what I'm about to show you is my first game with the combat knife. Lego! The hype is real! What is up, guys? ONLYUSEmeBLADE, and this is literally my first game with the combat knife in the full release of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on the PS Quattro. No console wars, but I'm playing Call of Duty on the PS4. That grind, I am video game exhausted. I do not wish that grind on anybody. A lot of people are like, Blade, why don't you just shoot? And just like, well, here's the thing. It's not anything about if I'm going to see some people in the lobby and they're going to check my stats and they're like, oh my god, you shot. It's not even about that, man. It's about myself. It's how I would feel. And I saw this, what you're about to witness right here. Epic wall run! The jump, epic wall run, and the sit down. I saw that from a Hutch video. Want to give proper respect where respect is due. But I finally got the combat knife. I don't know if the combat knife is super OP. I don't know if the people I was playing against were super duper bad. And I don't know if it's the ankle weight synopsis. Basically, when I was young, I think I was like 13 or 14, and I started playing basketball. A summer camp basketball coach was like, here, dude, fucking wear these. And they were ankle weights. So he's like, wear these and just wear them all the time. The only time you should take them off is when you sleep and when you shower. But when you go to school, when you're walking anywhere, go ahead and wear these. And you can actually shoot around and play basketball for the most part with these on. And I hated it at first, but then when I finally got to take off those ankle weights, I felt like I could fly. Like, I felt like I was fat, bigger, faster, stronger. I had my Kanye West on, and it was dope. And so I don't know if from me running around punching only, if that made me a better knife only player when I'm pretty amazing. But it sure does feel like a relief. Like when I run up to someone and I stab them in their face, and I know I've been doing it in other Call of Duties for years, but in this game, now that I finally got off that whole bullshit two-hit kill shit, you know, I just rejuvenated. I was pumped up, man. This is the first Call of Duty in a while where I am like into it. Like, here's the thing. I know a lot of you guys said you didn't like Advanced Warfare. I liked Advanced Warfare, but like I was pretty much on autopilot with Advanced Warfare. Whereas on this game, I'm like into it, man. Unlocking stuff, playing around with the perk setups, doing all that stuff. I just feel like everything's more rewarding. When I get a knife kill in this game, it just feels more rewarding. And the grind for that level 40 was some BS, but Chris Mill reference. But now that I have it, I feel like I'm just a Call of Duty butterfly flying around, stabbing everyone I see, and I was just pumped up. So, so a lot of people are like, well, it sucks that you can't knife anymore. Well, you can't knife because you got the combat knife. I like it is because if I get into someone's bubble, if I get into someone's space, I use EMP grenades to take out equipment like that. Sit down. Ooh, get turned on. That guy must have been gay because he saw me. He got turned on. But when you get into someone's bubble, they have no, what is it called? They have no retort. They have nothing they can do. So when I see someone and I stab them, boom, they're done. If I get in your space, it's over, son. ONLYUSEmeBLADE. This is my first Black Ops 3 game with the combat knife. 12-4, late victory, or late entry. Guys, Black Ops 3 is hype as fuck. Like the shit out of this video. And porn star of the day is me. Big dick. Only use me blade. What's up, guys? Only use me blade. That's actually a throwback to the Mario Brothers. I know you're probably going, Blade, what the fuck? Why are you playing Black Ops 2? I'm not playing Black Ops 2. This is actually a gameplay I got a couple weeks ago, or 2 gameplays, and I did a Sunday Show commentary on a Tuesday. And in that Sunday Show commentary, for the most part, when I do Sunday Show commentaries, I like to hit a certain point, and then just kind of like, I don't want to peel the orange, but I want to know what kind of orange I'm working with, if that makes sense. Like, I'll have a concept or idea, and through self-reflection, through me just figuring it the fuck out or talking about it, I like to start it with that and then unveil it. And the concept of the last Sunday Chill commentary that I did was, I have just gotten a new TV, and it deals with new games, new TVs, and things that are like, you have the physically appealing graphics that are visually pleasing, but then what really matters is what's on the inside that counts. I know that sounds super cheesy and corny, but I mean, I was just talking about with like 4K TVs, that the only thing I'm really watching on 4K is like lizards and wildlife and like really cool locales and stuff like that. But the actual content of what I'm watching just isn't really there. You know what I mean? And I wanted to start off with that and then go into this whole thing about, you know, how you can talk about that with people, that like physically pleasing people are one thing. But if you look at life, or if you look at anybody, sometimes I kind of think of it, I'll make a video game analysis. You ever play a video game where they have certain attributes? Like you start off with, you know, 5 different categories, and then you have different attributes that go into each category. For whatever reason, for the most part, everyone has a similar amount of attribute points, but where you actually put those points. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say you take just a beautiful, beautiful woman, right? Beautiful, gorgeous woman. Well, I don't think she has enough attribute points to make sure that her physical beauty is on point without her inside beauty being there. And I'm not saying that all pretty attractive girls are bitchy people. Part of it is the reaction that they have with the outside world, how people treat people that are physically beautiful versus how people treat people that are not as physically blessed, if that kind of makes sense. And obviously there's certain attribute points that need to go into, but basically what I was trying to get at with that one was the mere fact that you, in the long scheme of things, like eventually, like I'm literally trying not to say the words 4K TV, because I said that way too many times in the last one, and it's not. That's literally the opposite of what a Sunday Show commentary is, talking about some newfangled technology. But there's going to be a time, one day, where the resolution of that 4K is going to look old and ugly and not amazing. But right now, it looks fucking beautiful. Oh my God. And it's one of those things that with visuals and with like a physical beauty of a person or a place or whatever, it's beautiful to you, but over time it gets ugly. And not saying that the people are ugly, but I'm saying like it's not as pretty once you've experienced it or seen it enough times, if that makes sense. But what really lasts is the stories or the personalities. That's what lasts the most. Okay, a lot of times people talk about girl streamers. They're like, oh, this is such bullshit. She just has her tits out or whatever. Well, if she had a personality, then the tits are a plus. But if she just has her tits and there's no personality, then it's like, okay, well, this is only good for like a little bit. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with movies, the same thing with TV shows. It's the same thing with a lot of things. The visual cover pleasing portion of a book might get you interested, might get you in the door, but the actual story, the actual personality, that can last for generations. I've often said, if you watch a movie, what if I told you about this movie, right? Let's say, would you want to watch the movie of your life? Would you want to watch that? And what I mean by that is we set everything up so that we can have things cool, calm, and collective, and we can be at peace. Like, I think that naturally we're on this constant pursuit of happiness. But if you really think about it, a peaceful movie, is that really something you want to watch? And also, do you need conflict in your life in order to make life worth living? Because what if you were born into a really rich family and you never had to worry about money and you could just do whatever the fuck you wanted and then whatever. It's like you didn't have to strive or work for it. And the thing is like a lot of times people say like, well, I had to work for everything I have, so I'm much happier with what I have. It's like, I still would have been happy if someone would have gave me the shit. I get what you're saying. I understand. But at the same time, are we grinding our whole life to live our life, or are we living our life to what is the purpose? What is the reasoning, man? Because like, here's what I'm thinking. All right, I think that there is a point with enough self-reflection that you will sit there and you will go, oh, life doesn't mean shit. And I'm not talking on some depressing whatever, but in the whole scheme of things, it don't, like, you know, have you ever like looked at some science shit and seen how big the world is, but then you find out how big it is and as you go on to the outer levels and realize that we are fucking tiny. You know what I mean? Like, think about if you're in the United States, if you're a state, think about how much bigger the entire U.S. is. Like, I've driven across the U.S. and that was a fucking voyage. You know what I mean? I didn't even see all of it. And so to imagine this big, huge world and you're standing on it, you're thinking, I'm really, 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 really small. But everything is really, really big to me. What is the point? And I think that once you get into that danger zone of self-reflection and thinking about life, you're naturally going to kind of go crazy because there's no way that you can comprehend it. There's no way that you can comprehend it. A lot of times, this isn't going to be an essential commentary about religion or whatever, but I will quickly touch on it, though, okay? The reason why I never dive into religion or higher level stuff like that is because you're not going to have any answers. You're not going to have any answers, man. And you may think you can get some answers, but really what we're all looking for is we're looking for bliss, and one way that we get that bliss is literally by setting so many little goals and setting and having so many different activities, whether it be job, work, relationships, movies, drugs, alcohol, whatever. You basically need to fill your life with something so much, and to the point where you don't have time to think about all of this craziness that's kind of going on. You don't have time to ponder what is this, what is that. And also I think like it's kind of unhealthy. Like I'm big on self-reflection and stuff like that. It's kind of unhealthy though, because if you really think about it, if you spend so much time self-reflecting, you're not actually spending enough time doing. I may sit here and go, I need to do this, that, and this. But if I just sit here and make plans so much and overthink it and do that kind of stuff, I never actually end up doing it. So like you're just kind of sitting on the toilet, but you're not giving a shit, if that kind of makes sense. So what could we do? Well, you can kind of look at your daily schedule, what you do, what you need to be doing. And if you actually fulfill that, then you might be able to be in a situation, to put yourself in a position to be like, okay, I wake up, I do this, and this. I finally have done enough things that I'm tired enough that I can go to sleep peacefully and wake up and do it again. And maybe take like a day on like a Saturday or Sunday and just fucking relax. And that's beautiful. Because if you were able to do all those things, then it would be dope. You know what I mean? Like don't give yourself time for self-reflection, because too much self-reflection is an unhealthy thing. I personally believe. I think too much self-reflection is an unhealthy thing. Like I've seen documentaries about people that go to prisons, and they sit in not only do they sit in like a jail cell, but they sit in like the thing called like the administrative segregation, or like the hole or whatever. And if you think about that, what is, like, on the surface, what is that? You're literally just sitting in a room by yourself. Why is that a bad thing? And the reason why, that's a rhetorical question. The reason why I'm saying why that's a bad thing, because that's all you have. Is just you have you and your thoughts and your self-reflection. And the inability to do anything because you're stuck in a fucking hole. So I think that's maybe why when people get like injured and they have to like they're like stuck in a room where they got like a cast on and they have to wait, until their leg heals or whatever. The reason why it's such a bad thing, like a lot of people think, hey, that'd be pretty cool to not have to do shit. Like I said this the other day to someone, and I thought it was actually really, really smart. One virtue that I have is patience. Now, this is going to be really deep, but then it's also going to be funny at the same time. I'm one of the most patient people you will ever meet. I punched my way only on the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 to level 40 because I didn't want to use a knife, because I didn't want to use gun, or because I wanted to use a knife, but I couldn't because I don't get to level 40. That takes patience, man. Dealing with people over years takes patience. And I think that patience is a virtue, and I think patience is literally a trait that a lot of people don't have, but I'm proud to say that I do have. But then when I was really thought about it, I was like, nah, dude, you're not special, bro. The only reason why you like patience is it's the only skill where you literally don't have to do anything. So, is patience really that fucking amazing? Is it really that awesome? So, instead of staying up late, not being a functioning person, and thinking about a million different things, so much that you're basically draining if your brain was a battery, you are just draining the battery through so many process of eliminations, so many situations, to the point when you're like, okay, finally. And if you think about it, you kind of die in a way. And I know that sounds really fucked up, man. I know that there's going to be somebody out there that's trying to sleep and trying to drift off. But in a way, you kind of die each time, and then the next day comes. Does that make sense? So each day, you die, and then you wake up, and you start it again. And you may have to deal with stuff from the previous day. A lot of times you have to deal with stuff from the previous day. And a lot of times you don't actually get to do things that you want to do because you have to pay the penance of the tolls of the previous day. But the same way how you live life, in a big way, is that on a day-to-day basis, you wake up, you do things that you either don't want to do or you have to do or whatever. But like the ultimate sadness, I don't want to say sadness, but the ultimate regret is sitting there thinking about what you should be doing instead of actually doing what you should be doing. So many days that I have when it's like 5, 6 in the morning and I've exhausted everything on Netflix and HBO Go and Twitch streams and all these different pieces of media or whatever. Basically, as long as I've absorbed all these things, I kind of go, well, that day was kind of a waste. Maybe we can do it better tomorrow, But what if you treat each day like it's a whole lifespan? Like fish. Don't fish live like 30 minutes or so? I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. But just kind of what I've been pondering, man. And I honestly think that the self-reflection is a good thing, but it's only good if you've lived enough life to reflect on it. But if you're not living life and you're self-reflecting, you're just kind of sitting there going, well, that looks cool. That'd be really cool to go see those fishes that I saw on TV. Worst Sunday show commentary ever. ONLYUSEmeBLADE. Peace. Butt grease. Mouse click. Only. These are two clips. One of them is for me and one of them is somebody else, all from the same game. You know that moment when you're wall running and you think you just can't bounce up and you think you're gonna die? Well, I did that, except for I turned it into a pretty gangster ninja assassin move. Oh shit, okay. And right about here I thought I was gonna die, but no, but that ping shit goes, oh, surprise! Let's look at it from a different angle. The next clip that I'm going to show you is from the same game, and I don't know if he was a knifer all the time, or he saw me want to knife, or he got knifed in the previous game and decided to knife. I don't know. I'm not assuming that he's a viewer or a fan or whatever you want to call it, but he ended up getting a 1v6 clutch, which is funny because on the previous video, which I'll put a link to that I uploaded earlier, I had said that I like clutches, and this guy got a 1v6 knife clutch in Search and Destroy. So I will play for you guys the audio. ONLYUSEmeBLADE, peace, and butt grease.
You are a last combat asset. Complete the mission.
Complete the mission, Marine. You're the only one left.
Care package overhead. Hostile UAV spotted.
Care package awaiting orders.
MTL exhausted. End this now. Good job, CDP.
Good job, team. Get ready for the next round.
Defend the objectives.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Ah shit! No!
Oh, do I waste your clicks? You only have so many clicks in your mouse, man. There's only so many clicks that electronics have. And so I take a conscious effort to go, you know what? Is this worth your click? You're going to be scrolling through your sub box. Maybe you see this on the Twitter or wherever you see this. And you go, should I go click on it? Maybe sit through an ad. Is it worth it to you? Because I was just going to upload my ace. And what an ace is when you kill all 6 people in Search and Destroy. CSGO people call it the 5v5. They call that an ace. When you play like Arena or you play any other kind of game modes, a lot of times 4v4. Pub matches 6v6. I'm not going to argue with you. I remember one time I uploaded ace and people got in this big, they decided, let's argue about the definition of an ace. As far as I'm concerned, an ace is when you play CSGO or you play Search and Destroy on the Call of Duty, and you yourself, by your lonesome, kill every single member of the enemy team. And to tell you the truth, I don't think aces are that awesome. I I honestly don't think aces are that awesome. I think it's a dope concept. I think it's cool, but I think that clutches are better. There's no better feeling in the world. Well, there's lots of other better feelings. What am I fucking talking about? But it's a pretty cool feeling. I don't know my rush routes yet. God damn it. I don't know my rush routes. I don't really play a lot of search. I haven't figured out the rush routes quite yet. But I will get that on your desk in the morning. I will find out the rush routes for the maps that we currently have. And I enjoy playing search, especially with the Dead Silence Awareness combo. But, yeah, I think clutches are way doper. And the feeling that you get when you clutch a search and destroy round is, even if it's only like 3 people, I think a clutch is 3 or more. And then if you ever get in those situations where you're the last person standing versus 6, I think that's pretty sick. But not to discount how dope this is. This is my first game using the Ripper, which is a Spectre score streak or specialist. And you already seen it before, but let's watch it again. Sit the fuck. The double Ripper. That seemed like it was really, really quick, and I have a lot more Ripper left. And I go and see this go. So is it down in the scuff slide? I call it the scuff slide. Let me just talk to you for a second. This is not a shameless promotion, but I only have 2 sponsors. It's not because I'm bad. It's not because I couldn't have other sponsors. It's the only 2 products that I really use on a day in, day out basis in my gaming athletic career. Is the Scuff, the good people over at Scuff Gaming, and the G Fuel. And the reason why I brought that up when I was doing that slide is because I actually utilize the paddles on the back of the Scuff in order to slide around. My middle finger, I just kind of get it in. Oh, is this a 6th? Is that the ace? Oh, put a towel down. So yeah, that is an ace in Search and Destroy. Killed all 6 people with me knife. And spoiler alert, I don't get the hater. And also, what I need to. I did a video like this, I think, for every Black Ops that's come out. There's videos that come out. It seems like every single Modern Warfare since Modern Warfare 2 and other games. I tell people, how do you get the tactical knife? And Vaughn, goddamn it, Vaughn, you know what I need you to do, bro? Vaughn, I need you to have some DLC with a new weapon, and one of those new weapons needs to be a goddamn tactical knife, man. Or give me a ballistic knife. Can we get some ballistic knife hype up in here, man? Spam the comment section. God damn it, Vaughn. Give Blade his ballistic knife, and give everyone a ballistic. I think would that be really that bad? Would it really just change the game that much if you gave us a ballistic knife? Gosh, that would be something that I think would be cool. But yeah, first game using this kill streak. Normally, I'm sorry, not kill streak. I just keep on calling it that. Normally, I call it, it's the specialist. Normally, I use overdrive, which allows you to go super fast, like just shoot across the map super fast. But people kept on telling me, like, bro, you need to use that Ripper, man. You need to get that Ripper in your life. And I'm like, nah, man, I don't need to get that Ripper. And then, holy Jesus, as soon as I got the Ripper, first game went ham bony. ONLYUSEmeBLADE, peace and butt grease. Porn star of the day, Peter North. Only use me double XP to prestige, but I'm not going to prestige again. That totally just went with the flow of the Mario Brothers. Anyways, this is a game I got level 54 or 55, right around that rank. So I have all my stuff, but I'm not going to be prestige anymore. I cracked out during double XP weekend and prestige 1.5 times or so. And I didn't... It was cool because I felt like I was flying through or whatever, but like I feel that there's 2 ways that people play Call of Duty. Well, there's a million different ways to play Call of Duty, but for the most part, you have people that have their setup and literally want to just shit on kids, and then you have people that are trying to rank up or are trying to get a certain gun or a certain perk or certain challenges done. And when you play for challenges or when you're playing strictly for XP in order to rank up, you play differently. Like, how many times have you just not given a shit about what the game was? You literally were trying to get 150 kills with this gun for a camo or for an attachment or for whatever, right? And even though I knife only, I don't have to do a lot of those things. Usually I just need to get to a certain rank in order to get my Tomahawk, or to get Scavenger, or to get Dead Silence, or to get the Hater, or to get the Ripper, or whatever. It's usually just ranking up to get that. But it's not fun for me, man. There's been so many situations as I was ranking up where I could have easily killed someone and I went to go throw a Tomahawk at them, and I don't have Tomahawks yet because I'm not a high enough level. So I'm not going to be, that prestige grind is not cool, man. I've already painfully went through the first non-prestige by punching only, and that was the worst grind of all time. That ranks right up there with the Marathon Pro grind from Black Ops 1. Now, in the AW, when you play Advanced Warfare, the only thing I really had to worry about getting was spike drones. So once I got that, unlocked that permanently, after that it was just pretty simple. I might have had to play a little bit with the RW1 in order to get the tactical knife, but besides that, for the most part, it was simple. I honestly think there are, if you look at the older games, on how people play in the older games, like a lot of times people say, man, I wish I could go back to the golden age of COD 4. I'm like, well, you can go back and play COD 4. And I honestly think that the three, this is sick. Woo! The wall run Tomahawk bouncers? What? But if you go back and play the old games, the reason why they're not as fun is because you don't have people trying to grind out the Scorpion headshots for their gold Uzi camo. And you don't have people that are trying to grind out. There's just people that are just trying to play Call of Duty so it's an even playing field. And remember, Call of Duty is fun when you're playing against bad kids, or if you're playing against decent people, but they're not playing their best because they're trying to unlock a perk, or they're trying to unlock a gun, or they're trying to do something unnatural. Sometimes Call of Duty makes you do stuff that just is like unnatural. Like, I never really had to deal with this, but some people said in Modern Warfare 2, they literally would shoot someone and then reload their gun and shoot them again because it was some weird, odd challenge. Or, like I said, flag captures to get Marathon Pro in Black Ops 1. Like Thunder says, the score doesn't really matter. Close game. Not prestige anymore. My next video is insane. Let's get 2,000 likes on this video or more. Peace. Bye. What I want you to do is, normally I just make a video and I talk and I show you some sit downage and all this kind of stuff. But what I want you to do is, I need you to light a candle, turn the lights down low, won't, 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 won't. Let the blade video grow on you. This is a very intimate, very sexual video. Just saying, okay? So I don't want you to be like in school or at work or just watching it with other people around, because we're about to go deep. Before I get into this, I do have to explain that these kids, the only thing I could think of, okay, was that there's a hospital somewhere and they all got Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on the PS4, and in a special section of the hospital was the thumb replacement surgery ward. And every single person that I'm playing against right now, except for maybe one or two, and I think those are like the nurses or the doctors that like set up the PlayStations, these people don't have thumbs, man. Like, this isn't even impressive, okay? This is a really insane score and tons of sit downs, but some of these people weren't even playing, and the people that were playing were like just bad. Like, honestly, I think that I would have had more of a challenge if I would have played bots. Because these people were just like not good. I don't know if it was like me having host advantage. I don't even know if I had I don't think I had host, because like, rewind the tape, if you go back to the beginning, I came in like late into the game, like by like 3 or 4 kills. So that's not it. I've often talked about what makes for really, really good gameplay, and there's honestly a lot of it's not in your hands. What I mean by that is it depends on the connection, it depends on how bad the players are, it depends on how bad your teammates are, it depends on the map, and also with the advent of all the different perks and equipments and stuff like that you have to rank up with, do you have your full setup? Has there ever been a time when you've been playing Call of Duty and you get into one of these special lobbies, these glorious lobbies, and you're like, man, if I had the gun that I wanted, or if I had the class setup that I wanted, or if I had the kill streaks unlocked, how much more damage could I have thrown at the enemy? Like, coming up right about here, I'm pretty sure that dude would have had to sit down if I had a tomahawk, but he blew me away. Fuck, I hate running into the one person in the lobby with thumbs. Anyways, I just have to say that. I just have to bring that up because I don't want you to think that I'm some kind of god. I'm not. I'm just a dude that plays Call of Duty. I'm not even a gamer. Get mad about that. I love when people get mad when I say that I'm not a gamer. I did a commentary a while back, and I think I used like Mob of the Dead stuff, and people got really upset when I said I wasn't a gamer, and it's just like, I don't know. But go ahead, make a hate comment, say, fuck you, Blade, you are a gamer, you're in denial. I'm not in denial. I'm not even an MLG guy. I'm just a dude that likes to stab people and get triple feeds with the NIF. So yeah. Just have to preface that, man. I think, honestly, the Call of Duty gods, and I do believe in Call of Duty gods, man. If I'm playing Blackjack, and you ever play, I don't know if you guys ever played Blackjack, but like, sometimes when there's a person that's an asshole and he like stays on 11 or like splits tens or just does really jerkish things, I honestly feel that pisses off the Blackjack gods, man. And I feel that I always try to take the high road. I honestly feel that if you do right, if you take the high road, if you're a solid person, man, eventually karma and your dharma, a combination of karma and dharma, will connect and you'll get rewarded. And I got rewarded with playing against bad players. If you want to know how to get lobbies like this, there's two ways that you can get lobbies like this, okay? One is to select private match, set up bots and put it on recruit, and then just play. You'll get a lobby like this, no problem. Those guys will shoot back though, so just be careful. Or two, if you actually want to do this versus actual people, the only thing you can really do is just play enough, and if you can, maybe before you go to work, play in the morning. Have a cup of joe, a cup of coffee, maybe some gamma, and just go out there and play, man. Don't put on the high streaks, because if you put on the high streaks, or if you just like, you know, I always find it weird when people, I go much harder. I try much harder when I realize that I could really do damage. Like, do you ever get into a situation when you're playing like a kill confirm game or any kind of Call of Duty game, and the other team is just shitting on you, and you just kind of do this thing where like, okay, well, I'm just going to stand right here and just let you guys just rain down so we can just get this over with. I'm not making light of rape here. Can you feel that? Can you feel that tension? Everyone's butthole just puckered up because like, where's he going with this? But like, honestly, if I were to ever, I don't think I could be raped. I think I'm unrapeable. Okay. But I honestly feel that if it was happening, I wouldn't put up a fight. I'd just be like, all right, take the butthole. So that's not the way I wanted to end this commentary, but I guess that's the way. 36 kills, 30-something confirms. ONLYUSEmeBLADE. Peace and butt grease. Mouse click. Porn star of the day is Dirk Diggler from the Boogie Nights Paul Thomas Anderson movie. And the Funky Bunch. So, before I get into the gun game, obviously the thumbnail and the title and everything explains that it's gun game. It's actually on my shooting account. I wanted to give you guys some knife-only stuff so that at least something you can take away from this video is some sit-down action. The slide ripper combo is pretty damn sexy. This is a nice little streak, and plus I had to add a little tomahawk at the end. So, I hope you guys enjoy this little streak and the Sheboygan. Let's get into the video. So this is cheese mode, okay? This is gun game, going into gun game, and literally I say, what are there, 6 players? I say 4 of the 6 players or 6 of the 8 players that are in gun game right now are literally going AFK. And you may be going, why the hell would they be going AFK? Well, it's basically a farming technique. You start up a game, you get into a game, and you just put your controller down and go do real life stuff. Yes, there is real life stuff outside of Call of Duty. You got school, you got work, you got boyfriends and girlfriends and masturbating to do, or whatever. Basically, you get into a gun game, put your controller down, and you will stay in that gun game. You will not get kicked for being AFK or inactivity. You will not be kicked. And since you don't have to pick a class, because the class is already made for you, when the next game comes up, you're just going to stand there. And stand there. And you're going to stand there for as long as there's no power outage or no tomfoolery going on or whatever. You will just stand there. And the reason why people are doing this is because by completing all of these games, every game of gun game, you get like a cryotech key, or you get something close to a cryotech key. So leave your system overnight, you might wake up to a nice 70, 80 cryotech keys. That'd be dope, right? Woohoo! But I don't know the exact statistics on that. I think it's kind of cheeseball status. And also the cryotech keys, I don't really have an issue with this because for two reasons. If you're farming for cryotech keys, those keys don't really do anything. They don't change. It's not like you're going to get a gun that's going to be better, or a calling card's not going to affect how you play. You know what I mean? So it's not hurting anybody. And also, you can kind of play not the victim role, but the role if you're actually going in here and playing. This isn't boosting. This is me wanting to play a gun game. Oh well, if there's a guy AFK, and I always find that odd. Like I don't think you've ever seen a situation when you're playing and you see a guy that's AFK and go, "No, I don't want to kill that guy. That's just not right. That's not right. No, this is Call of Duty. We're killing motherfuckers out here. You know, we don't care how we kill them. So really, it's easy mode, easy headshots. It's cheese status. I'm sure Treyarch, I'm sure David Vonderhaar, I'm sure Activision knows about it. Fuck, T-Mart made a video about this. So if you want to rank up semi-fast, if you want to get some gun challenges done for the guns that are available in this, the one-hit medals. Also, if you have a specialist that you really don't like using, equip the specialist and then go into the gun game, because the kills for this count towards your specialist total numbers. I'm sure it's going to get patched. I'm sure that a lot of people will be like, this isn't right, Blade. It's just like, well, you know what? Die in a fire. I don't care. It's not glitching. It's really just a weird game mechanic that Treyarch didn't see when they made it, but I'm sure they're going to fix it, and then all be well in the world. ONLYUSEmeBLADE. Peace and but grace.
Hey man, shout out to all my squad, nigga. Shout out all my gang, nigga. You know, them who's Bill London, you know, ONLYUSEmeBLADE, nigga. That's the nigga. ONLYUSEmeBLADE, he the fucking nigga. He don't pull no motherfucking gay triggers. He just run up in your house with that knife. Slash, motherfucker, don't think twice. Cut, nigga, fuck you in the butt, nigga. Peace and butt grease, that's what's up, nigga. We don't play, nigga. We fuck gays, nigga. Fuck them all the time. Fuck them days, nigga. ONLYUSEmeBLADE, he the real fuck nigga. He got knives, fuck a gun. He what's up, nigga. Got them ticks, got them Glocks that don't care, nigga. He gon' run up on you, stab you in your underwear, nigga. He don't care, nigga. He got all the hoes, nigga. Fuck you in the ass, nigga. He don't care, nigga. He got all the cash, nigga. He stream on TwitchTV.com. That's what's up, nigga. Subscribe. He don't care. Drive a Cadillac, nigga. He gon' fuck your bitch and tell her what's up, nigga. He got knives, big knives everywhere, nigga. He worked for Cutco back when he was a young nigga. That's what's up, nigga. Fuck your mother, nigga. He knows gays, nigga. He get paid, nigga. No sick days, nigga. Fuck what you say, nigga. Ride with that nigga till he die. Fuck that shit, I'm a real nigga. I'm a trill nigga. Cool in the trap with my dudes, nigga. Watching ONLYUSEmeBLADE live stream. That's a real nigga. He don't care, nigga. Run up and fuck you, nigga. I can't rap, nigga. I can't really rap, nigga. I can't rap, nigga. But I'm from the trap, nigga. Make 100 stacks, make that money fast, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck your crew, nigga. I'm 600 breezy squad. What is you, nigga? You ain't shit, nigga. Step yourself, nigga. check yourself, nigga. Before you wreck yourself, nigga. Only use me blade, motherfucking guard status. That nigga don't give a fuck, he'll cut your off at it, nigga.
Care package on standby. Kill confirmed. Launching care package. Enemy bombing run overhead. Kill confirmed. Strike inbound.
You suck!